Hello Gemini, this is Gypsy Spirit here with you, ready to give you your love reading for March 9th. And I'll get through the formalities very quickly before we get started on your reading. If you, as you know, that all of my readings are general reads for each zodiac sign. So some of it may resonate with you Geminis and some of it may not. Whatever resonates with you, great, and just toss the other part of it aside. But if you want your very own personal reading that's all about you, please go to my website that's listed in the description below. And on the front page, you'll find all kinds of options for different types of tarot. And then also, if you're on my website, you can go to the front page as well and see all the options. So also, if you like this video, please hit the like button. The other thing is if you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so by hitting the subscribe button. And so let's go ahead and get on, Gemini. I've already drawn your cards from my romantic tarot deck. And a card fell out while I was shuffling. And when that happens, that means that that card wants to be read. And the one that came out was the Four of Pentacles. Now, there's been things that have happened in this relationship. This is what I'm seeing from this card. As you can see, I don't know how well you can see, but if you can see, like, some of the pillars of an old house, or they're kind of broken, scattered everywhere. She's got some goats, it looks like, and she's just kind of sitting there with her own flower wreath in her hand instead of on her head. It tells me that there's bits and parts of this relationship that have been broken, and you're having maybe some regrets about some things about this relationship. Maybe you made some mistakes, they made some mistakes, but it's like you're very bored. The excitement, there's no more excitement in the relationship. And I'm getting the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So usually when you get a Three of Pentacles in reverse, that is telling me also that it's like there's no unity in this relationship anymore. I did a read, and I don't know if it was for you, Gemini, or not, but I did a reading a few days ago, and it was like I could see where the fizzle had become unfizzled. There's no more fire. There's no more oomph in this relationship, and you're just wondering, well, what next? And you feel like you're hanging in limbo, knowing that you're not happy, it's not going anywhere, and there's some oh, I get downloads all the time when I'm doing readings. So like there's some sort of type of a cycle, some type of behavior cycle that you need to give up, and you are completely ignoring it. And that is the reason why you're becoming bored. The reason why I say that is I get the Death card in reverse. So it's like the universe is trying to help you give up something. It might be an addiction. It might be being drawn to unhealthy relationships, just as this. It could be that you know that you need to get out of this relationship, but there's fear, like sometimes when we know that we need to move forward, that there's a new door opening for us, sometimes it's hard for us to like take those steps out of fearing the unknown. So it's like, that if you leave this relationship, you don't know, what's going to be next for you. I'm getting, for some of you, there might be financial security where you're at, and you know that if you leave, you're not going to have that same financial security. So, it's like you're trying really hard to hang on to it. Whatever the cycle is, whatever the behavior, the thought processes that are unhealthy for you, that are blocking you from moving on and finding the total love, bliss that you want, you're not listening to your higher self, and you're not listening to universe. You're just in limbo. And I say you're in limbo because you got the Hangman upside down. The Hangman. This is the card that is telling me that you're kind of at a crossroads. You don't know what to do. So you're pulling yourself away from everything, and you're really trying to evaluate your whole life. Like, what is it going to be like when you separate from this person? Because you know you're unhappy, the other person's unhappy, and you're just both just hanging in there. It's like the relationship is just barely existing. So you're trying to figure out, like, what is next? How are you going to go about doing this? How are you going to, if it's a financial situation, you're trying to figure out, like, what is it? How are you going to keep your way of living the way that it has been in regards to finances? For others, you just, the fear of being alone, fear of having to get out and get back out in the dating world again. There's a lot of fear with that. You have created like a comfort zone for yourself in this relationship. And it doesn't matter if it's a bad relationship or not. You're just, it's like a fear of stepping out of the box and finding out what's new. So that is your reading for the day, Gemini, and I hope that this might clear out some cobwebs that have kind of got you stuck a little bit. Maybe you can see the forest through the trees some. But I always say to everybody at the end of my videos, please show yourself some self-love. Give yourself all the love you can that is possible, and show yourself self-respect. Raise your integrity to the highest level that you can get it, and by doing that, you will find the bliss and the happiness of a relationship that you're looking for. Okay, until I see you again, bye-bye.